This is the Ministry of Trade, Industry, MSMEs, Innovation and Cooperative Service Delivery Charter. Our vision is to be a facilitator in catalyzing competitive growth of trade, cooperatives and investments. Our mission is to provide an enabling business environment through appropriate incentives, innovation and support to promote trade, industry, investments and viable cooperatives for job and wealth creation. Our core values include the following: customer-driven, inclusivity, professionalism, integrity, teamwork, transparency, fairness and equity, efficiency and effectiveness. The services offered in our ministry are: the first service, fair trade practices and consumer protection. We are obligated to verify all stamp weighing equipment as well as measuring instruments. Verification or stamping of weighing equipment is charged between 40 shillings to 3,500 shillings depending on size and type, and verification of measuring instruments is charged between 2,400 shillings to 2,800 shillings depending on size and shape. This exercise is scheduled to be done on routine business for verifying weighing equipment. We are also required to inspect pre-packed goods and investigation of unfair trade practices at no cost. This service is done by the Trade Department Weights and Measures. Service number 2. Information on investment opportunities. The Department of Industry and Investment is mandated to do so on request and as part of extension services at no cost within 1 day and when standard information is available or as routine and on the spot respectively. Service number 3. Consultancy and advisory services. This is done by the Trade/Industry Department on request or as part of extension services on the spot or as agreed with the customer at zero cost. There is also search of MSMEs information at free of charge within 1 day upon request done by the Trade Department MSMEs section. Fourth service, training and education of MSMEs. Upon request and at no cost, the Trade Department is supposed to train and organize MSMEs group within 1 week. Our fifth service is registration of cooperative societies. The ministry is required to hold pre-cooperative education that will not be charged within 7 days after notice. It's also mandated to formulate bylaws which will be free of charge within 7 days after cooperative education. It's also expected to fill an application form and submit all mandatory documents at zero charges within 7 days after the formulation of bylaws. Then forward the documents to the registrar and receipt of certificates at 3,700 shillings approximately within 14 days after submitting all documents to the cooperative department. Our sixth service, cooperative audit services. The Department of Cooperatives is obligated to schedule cooperative audits with charges varying annually. Our seventh service is enhancing corporate governance, that is attending AGMs. This will be done upon receipt of notice by the Cooperatives Department annually and it's free of charge. Eighth service, educating members. The Cooperatives Department is supposed to do so on request or when there's need recognized within 14 days on request by a society or when a training need is recognized at no charges. Our ninth service is training leaders. The Cooperatives Department is supposed to do so on request or when there's need recognized within 14 days on request by a society or when a training need is recognized at no charges. Service number 10. Handling and executing all marketing and branding needs for the county. This is done by the Marketing and Branding Department on request or when there's need recognized and it's finalized within 14 days after procurement process approval and it's not charged. 11. Participation in all county marketing and branding activities like conferences and trade fairs. The Marketing and Branding Department needs recognition, request or invitation within 7 days at zero charges. 12. Lead and advise on consistent brand image and integrity issues. This is done when necessary or required at free of charge within 7 days by the Marketing and Branding Department. Service number 13. Affordable credit services. The ministry is entitled to ensure loan application form is duly filled and submission of mandatory requirements at zero cost within 7 days after issuance of the loan form. Vet loan application forms 14 days after submission of the duly filled forms. Board approval is required at no charges 14 days after vetting of the forms. Loan disbursement is done 14 days after the approval of the board at zero cost. This is done by the Citizen Group's Economic Empowerment, that is Kitui County Empowerment Fund Department or KSEF. Our last service is training of groups. This will be done on need basis at zero charges within 14 days upon establishment of the need by the Kitui County Empowerment Fund Department or KSEF. Customer feedback and complaints. Any service that does not conform to the above standards should be reported to the Office of the Director Administration, Ministry of Trade and Industry, MSMEs, Innovation and Cooperatives, PO Box 33 90 200 Kitui, or call 0723 115777 or email trade@kitui.go.ke. You can use our website, which is www.kitui.go.ke, or the Chief Executive Officer Ombudsman, Commission on Administrative Justice. Telephone number is +254 20 22 70000 or 2303 000 or 2603 765 or 244 1211 or 8030 666 or email complaint@ombudsman.go.ke.